So today I asked Dylan Mortman, who's been a long-term client, I think since you were 7 at True Wellness. He has been through so many things, but now as an adult, he still comes to the office and he was dealing with something over this last year that wasn't being resolved in many different ways. And I want to talk about that journey and what really finally resolved it, because it was something that even blew Dylan's mind, who's been with us since he was 7. So thank you so much for joining us today, Dylan.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So, and you're going to hear more about Dylan because he's very connected to the office in many ways. But let's just talk about what first started to happen. And when was it? It was like the springtime, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I was dealing with an eye infection that probably lasted in total like close to 3, maybe even 4 months. I mean, the first like month was me not really doing much about it, just kind of hoping that it would clear up on its own. And then obviously a month later, it was like, okay, I need to do something about this. So I started by, I feel like I might have honestly gone to you guys like once or twice.
I think so. I think you started some homeopathic. We started the Mook eye drops and different things.
Yeah, but for some reason this time I was just like way too impatient, and I was like, okay, let's just take the traditional route, like a couple of antibiotic drops, it'll be gone in like a week. Well, I started going to this eye doctor who just did the classic Western medicine of going down the list of antibiotics. He started me on one. I did that one for like 2 or 3 weeks.
And this was all eye drops, not oral, because he had a really red, swollen, infected eye that was impeding his life. He couldn't really read much, it was really affecting him. So
no, yeah, at first it was just red. And then I feel like even after I started the first drops, my eye was still just like a little red and a little crusty. And then when he tried switching me to the second drop, I remember telling him, like, I'm losing my vision. Like, I would wake up in the morning, and it was always worse in the morning. And I'd wake up and my completely blurry out of my left eye. It would come and go during the day. There was definitely times during the day when I was working on my laptop and I was like starting to get that like headache, that strain. And I was realizing that like my left eye was just blurry. Like it was just completely off. And then
antibiotic eye drops. And then what after that?
I can't remember if it was the second one or the third, but one of those had like steroids in it. Even like it was like he gave me like really strong eye drops, and once he gave me that one, I think that's when my eyes started getting like really blurry, where I was scared. Like I was trying to talk to him about this, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, like we'll try the next one," and I was like, "You're not testing me for anything. You're just once again like literally reading down the list of stuff that he should be giving me." And I was losing my vision. Like it was
a trial and error, right? This is what the PDR, the physician desk reference, says as an ophthalmologist doctor, what I should give you for this infection. We'll try the first one, that doesn't work. Try the second one, that doesn't work. Try the third one, that doesn't work. And through that time period, Dylan began experiencing lack of vision, more blurred vision, which, he's young. I don't care your age. It doesn't matter your age. That's a scary thought, to lose your vision. I would say particularly as a young person who literally is devoting his life to working on a computer right now, with where he's at with his work life, with his professional life, I should say. And he was literally on a computer all day long doing research, but was struggling to do that because of what was happening with his eyes, which I'm sure gave you all sorts of fears about your future and all sorts of other things.
Oh, I mean, even just like the simple pleasures in life. It's like, I like hiking, I like traveling. Like, I was just thinking, like, am I not going to be able to like fully, I don't know, take in the experience because I'm, looking through one eye? Like, I was definitely like, a lot of thoughts were running through my head.
So then what happened when you got frustrated, obviously, with that model?
No, yeah, I remember like going into the doctor. It might have been, I don't know, like my 4th or 5th visit with him. And I was like, okay, like this is not working. I honestly got pretty annoyed. And like I was telling him, there's nothing you could do. Like you can't test me to see what it is, or like there's nothing that you can do. And he basically told me it was the next medicine. I think he gave me like some eye wipes. Like that was like the one new thing that he gave me, because I was, really giving it to him, honestly. But
Complaining, and what they want to do is stop you complaining.
no, yeah. So I told him like I don't need your help anymore. I committed. I feel like I've done this with you guys a couple of times now, just because I've been with you for so long. There's always that one time where it's like, oh, I just want to take the shortcut, and I try the normal doctor, and every time I stop what they're doing, I always come back to you guys, and I drag it out longer than it has to be. But whenever I come back, you guys treat me right. So, but yeah,
So you came back in and you didn't see me, you saw Ian.
I saw Ian. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of cool stuff about this IMAET, and yeah, I scheduled an IMAET appointment. The first one I did in person.
So just to back up, IMAET and Ian kind of sound alike if they're only listening. So IMAET is the new technology that Ian has brought into the center about 6 months ago now. And we just did a podcast a little bit about it. We've done a couple podcasts actually about it prior to Ian getting it. We had done one. And the IMAET stands for Immune Modulation Allergy Elimination Technology. So it's using technology because we've been brought privy to the fact that Ian was the computer, and now he's got a computer to help with frequency alignments, right? Because that's what allergy elimination is about. So you came in to see Ian to do the IMAET because you had heard about it through Sarah.
Yeah.
Obviously. And probably your mom too, because your mom's been using it. So tell them about what happened with the IMAET session.
Yeah, first time went in, and like some of my eye issues that I was having was also like a little bit of crustiness, like nothing crazy, but like to the point where like I felt like I was always like wiping my eye all day. So yeah, first session went in. Next day woke up. I mean, it might have been a little blurry, but I woke up like, this is working. Like I was so annoyed because Sarah told me all about these insane stories about IMAET. I was like, I want to be the guy to like prove them wrong. But literally, first day I woke up, I didn't have to like wipe off my eye with the weird little wipe things that he gave me, and I was able to start seeing better. I mean, I was definitely able to get a full day of work done on my laptop without, you know, obviously there's normal eye strains that come, but like I could tell that it wasn't because my eyes were unbalanced on how much they were seeing. I woke up, like I said, I was able to actually like see the room that I was in. And then after that, I think I did one or two like virtual ones. I didn't even have to go in, which from the guy that wants shortcuts and not having to go do something, the virtual was awesome. Ian just zapped me from wherever he was. And I think after the second one, I was good. Like my vision was good again. Like, and I was honestly blown away. Like all these fears that I had for, once again, I was dealing with this for like 3 to 4 months, like a quarter of a year. And I just like, oh, I'm not going to see for the rest of my life. And then just like that, my vision came back to me. And
really one session. And then how long was the next session after that? A week later, 2 weeks later?
I think it might've been a week. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
and then you had a third session, maybe a couple weeks after that.
Yeah. Just to, you know, make sure it's all out of my system.
Tune. And when he did the scans on you with the IMAET, did he share with you? I don't know the answers to this. Did he share with you what showed up or anything?
I'm definitely not going to remember exactly what he scanned, but I remember him scanning and just being like, oh yeah, like look at this in your eye. And I was like, and then he started like, he was even saying some of the names, like the scientific terms that the doctor was saying. So I guess the doctor might've been somewhat in the ballpark like area, but it was definitely pretty crazy to just see
like maybe conjunctivitis or
yeah,
something
like some stuff like that. Yeah.
So then Ian's machine treated him on a vibrational level because it only works on the frequency and vibrational level. And Dylan had what I would call a complete recovery.
Oh yeah. I mean, my vision is completely fine now. Like no
and
more.
How long has it been fine, Dylan? Let's just
I'm not great with that, but I'm gonna say it's probably been 3-4 months, right?
3 or 4 months. It's been fine. That's important for people to understand, because I want them to understand that this isn't like, oh, it's going to come back in 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever. Like this is done. Like he didn't have to, he did the antibiotics, it didn't work. He did the steroids, it didn't work. He reluctantly, skeptically walked into the office that's been working with him since he was 7. And he was like, okay, here I am. Okay, I did vibrational work and oh my gosh, my eye's better. Now I'm just going to make sure it stays better. And it has stayed better for 4 months.
No, yeah. I mean,
That's,
it's not fading at all. I mean, I'm truly seeing, which is amazing.
and
So,
now he sees so much better on many levels. So now I want everybody to understand that this is, we can't guarantee results, of course. And Dylan lives a very clean life. He works in the flow state. He's working, he lives a bioregulatory life. He was raised in a bioregulatory life. He now with his partner lives a bioregulatory life. So he's not re-engaging into habits that might cause his terrain, his internal environment to go in degeneration. He's always looking for and working towards regeneration, which is why it has stayed so well as well. But he'll continue to do his tune-ups, as we are now going to call them, his tune-ups with the IMAETs to ensure and usher his health as he moves forward. And I mean, I don't know how many times we all have to learn our lessons, right, Dylan? We all have lessons to learn. And this might not be the last time, but I'm sure that just like everybody else in his immediate family's life, when things don't go right, he's going to go, oh, maybe I need to go to True Wellness. Or perhaps he will even learn from his counterpart, maybe I don't wait till things go bad and I stay ahead of the curve to make sure that I'm optimizing my wellness and my health so that that stuff won't affect me anymore. Because we don't really know the cause of the infection. We have no idea. And it doesn't honestly matter at this point because it's resolved.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I don't know why. I feel like I just let the fear of the situation drive me to just wanting the quick fix. Like, because it felt so serious to me, I don't know. I wanted, like, okay, like, I don't want to lose my vision. I want to see again tomorrow. And I just assumed that, like, if I committed to, like, this Western practice, because I remember, like, when I was very, very young, like, the drops that they give you last for a week or whatever. And I just wanted the quick fix. I was so scared, and I don't know why I just didn't commit to the process that I live by.
Well, I appreciate that, Dylan. I think that that's very common, that we've been taught that in society, when there's fear, go back to what the foundation of what we've been taught. And the foundation of what we've been taught in Western culture is suppressive medicine. And so you went into a situation where you're like, and understandably, oh my God, I'm going to lose my vision. Other people might, oh my God, I'm having a heart attack, or, oh, my kidney pain. And what, this this alternative rather, complementary bioregulatory approach, you can't energize me out of a heart attack or a kidney pain or some eye situation. So we oftentimes people go back to what society's norm is, if you will. I'm quoting, if you're just listening to this, to what society's norm is, which is suppressive medicine, because it's quick and fast and it gets the result supposedly that most people want. That doesn't always work, as you experienced, and everything happens as it should. And I think it was a beautiful journey, essentially, that you were able to go through. And honestly, I appreciate your time today and everything you've shared with everybody, because I think this is not uncommon. Whether you've been a client here for 18 years or you've been a client here for 18 days, we still have these programs that are in us, that there's more mainstream understanding of the allopathic model than there is of the bioregulatory approach. But when you've experienced the bioregulatory approach and you've gone through something like you've gone through, that often sets in why we live the way we do.
Okay.
So thank you so much for your time. Please comment and please share this with your friends if this resonated with you, and understand what Dylan has gone through. We understand that you all go through, and we are always here for you at True Wellness. We will always open you truly with open arms, and from our heart to yours, enjoy today. I hope you enjoyed today's little tidbit about true vision.
Thanks for having me.